And what up everybody, it's Anime Junkie. Welcome to part 16 to What If Deku Could Use Haki. And now, let's get to the intro.
I'm not the one you wanna fuck with. Late nights messing up my sleep, so I'm flustered. Taking out aggression with my pen because I trust it. Right in front to get myself a lamb color cuss for the game. Leave him hanging by his chain. Click bang, feeling rage, feeling fire in my brain, feel insane. And it's slowly feeling flames with the frost to my brain, bringing more still, no glory.
Okay guys, last time we left off, Deku was on television with all the students, with all the teachers over there answering all the questions of the media, asking them how this villain attack happened, why did you allow the students to use their quirks, and he explains everything, and he also tells the entire world, or entire Japan, telling them that who was the person who single-handedly took out the Action Vanguard squad. And then they basically point out a kid in class 1A, and that's the moment where they figured out why a kid was there in the conference meeting. They were like, this is Izuku Midoriya. He is the person, or he is the child in class 1A hero course who single-handedly took down the Action Vanguard squad with his quirk and protected everyone, including the teachers, in the forest training camp. And everybody's like, really? Who's this kid? And it's like, okay, can we ask him some questions? It's like, okay. And then they ask him, what's your name? Or they already know what his name is, but they ask him what's his hero name. He says Deku. Everyone is cheering Deku, Deku, Deku. And they also say that he's gonna be the next #1 hero after All Might retires. Then let's move on to, this is actually happening in the same time where they're actually having the media meeting. Aizawa, Principal Nezu, and the other class 1B teacher and Deku are all in the conference meeting, and they're doing a live media questioning thing. And right at the end, or somewhere really far away in a different city in Japan, there's a bunch of pro heroes, a SWAT team from the police are gathering in front of this building. This is the experimental lab for the Nomus, and this is also where they're gonna run into All For One, and All For One is basically gonna attack All Might because he recognized him, and that's his entire goal, to kill All Might. So he goes to attack him, and All Might basically attacks back. They're doing a fight, and whatever many people or heroes they can actually save from the experimental lab, except for the actual Nomus. The people that have already been turned into Nomus, they don't save because they don't want to turn on or basically activate any other monsters in the city or vicinity to attract any attention. So they only take the people that are still human or in their human forms. And the girl that had the search quirk was also taken, but she's lost her quirk, so All For One actually has that quirk now, and he knows how to use it. So the fight happens like usual. The reporters come on the scene. They see the fight between All Might and All For One. They're wondering why All Might is struggling against this villain. They might actually think this is the villain boss, and he must be really strong and is probably equal to All Might, maybe even stronger. So then the people do see his weak form, because yes, he is weak, and I think it's a little bit better this time because remember, he wasn't that injured in the USJ attack, so he's, I think, a little bit more healthier in this version. So maybe he doesn't go fully skinny. Maybe he says he might actually have more muscle on him. That might be the case. So maybe that half muscly form, half droopy muscly form that he had in the USJ arc, yeah, that is probably the form that he has right now, and any second he's probably gonna turn into his skinny form. So yeah, they expose All Might. He looks really tired. They just brush it off as like, oh, All Might's probably tired, his quirk is already probably overworked or something, but he's still hanging in there, and nobody has actually seen All Might's skinny form except for the people who already know all of his power, his heritage, and what he was like and stuff. So yeah, the only people who knew what All Might actually looks like in his skinny form, they know it. And this is also a case that All Might still has a little bit more of One For All inside of him, so he might be able to use it later on, but maybe only a little. So any other fight that he has after this might actually be the end or the last fight that All Might has. So let's move on to a few days later, Principal Nezu basically asked all the teachers to come into a conference meeting, and he basically discussed this new program that he's putting on the place, because he's like, I've been thinking of this program for a while, ever since the USJ attack. What am I saying? Attack. I've been planning this for the students, or the Class 1A students, to create a dorm system. They'll be living together inside of the protection of UA, and this will also help us to find the traitor, or the UA traitor. And then everybody agrees with this, and then he selects All Might and Aizawa to basically go to every single student's parents' house, or every single student's house, and basically ask their parents for permission and explain the situation. So All Might agrees. Aizawa was like, oh, such a pain, but fine, I'll go. And he basically ties up his hair again and goes to everybody's house. First Bakugo, then every single student in Class 1A. Last is Midoriya. Midoriya is not actually that injured in this anime or in this What If series, because he knows a bit of controlling One for All, and I think he knows like 40% of it. 40% is the max, because I don't want to really make him that OP, because I think my What If series now, in all of my What If series, my characters of Izuku or any other characters in different anime series that I do, they're really overpowered, and I do enjoy that, but I also do enjoy like a underdog coming from like 0 to 100, and that was actually like 0 to 100. Anyways, so yeah, I do enjoy the underdog anime. That is exactly what shonen is. So I will try to tone my overpoweredness to my characters a little more. I'll make them more like Naruto, who's been weak from the beginning and then basically gets stronger. Like Deku in the original anime gets weak and then gets stronger. In the future becomes the greatest hero. Then Asta basically didn't really Asta is not really a good analogy, because he was weak, but his physical strength was out of the roof. So yeah, I'm trying to make him less OP, and I know 40% is still pretty OP, but nothing like the one that I actually gave it in the previous parts, like 50, 60, or maybe even 70% if I go a little too overboard. So 40% is nice. It's like it's on the right level for me, and I might even decrease it a little in other What If series, not in this one actually, because I can't just go midway in the story and just decrease his strength dramatically, or nothing in the series that I've built up this point will ever make any sense. So let's move on. Deku's mom eventually agrees. I mean, she does agree, because Deku doesn't have any serious injuries or permanent injuries or life-threatening injuries, so she's like, oh, this is awesome. If my little Izuku is safe, I'm totally fine with it. Even though I will miss him, but I think that's alright, because it's only going to be for 3 years, and that's fine with me. So they move into the dorms. They have that filler episode where everybody basically checked their dorm rooms and whatnot and stuff, and then they move on to the provisional licensing exam, or the professional licensing exam. I still get confused by that. I don't know which one is which. Maybe it's the provisional or professional, whatever. But they do have that exam, and basically Aizawa tells them they didn't finish their second semester worth of training in this forest training camp because they were attacked by the villains. But now we're going to be practicing our special moves, and everybody's like pumped. It's like, yeah, special moves. And basically everybody goes to I forgot the area's name, but it was similar to the USJ, but USJ was more built for like a simulation or a natural disaster place, but that area is basically built for training and special techniques and stuff, or moves. So that's basically where they go. All these teachers come over there to give them advice. Deku doesn't really need advice, because he knows martial arts. He has One for All, one of the strongest quirks in the series. He has 3 types of Haki that are really, really strong. So he might actually work on every single different types of Haki, and maybe learning those different moves like airwalk, perfecting that, and any other special armament Haki, like the invisible wall Haki, which is basically invisible armament Haki. that is actually a level above the normal armament Haki, which is the metallic look. So I got that confused and I actually researched about it and I found that out. So the invisible Haki is way stronger than the normal metal Haki. Luffy doesn't know how to use it yet, but a lot of people who have experience in armament Haki know how to use it, especially like the 3 admirals, of course, Rayleigh, and the Boa sisters. I think that's what their name is, but they use it in Luffy's fight, and a lot of people know how to use it. Luffy doesn't really know how to use it, so I'm gonna give Deku how to use it. So yeah, he's probably gonna learn a lot of stuff, and I'm at 10 minutes, so I'm gonna explain it in the next part. And I hope you guys like this What If series. There's not gonna be any videos after this video because I'm really tired, and I'm recording this at 9 o'clock, so I won't be able to record another video, edit it, then create a thumbnail for it, and upload it at the same time with this video, so that's too much work. Anyways, so I hope you guys like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and make sure to like because it really does help the channel out, because it basically recommends my channel to the YouTube algorithm and basically recommends my videos to a lot of other people. So yeah, anyways, make sure to like, that is important. Make sure to hit the post bell icon. That was something new I just said. Anyways, hit the bell icon and subscribe like always. Anime Junkie out.